Pobre María, said one to the other. Ella cree que tiene el cielo, ni tiene fama, ni tiene plata, ni tiene juego para follar. Pobre María, said one to the other. Ella cree que tiene el cielo, ni tiene fama, ni tiene plata, ni tiene juego para follar. Pobre María, said one to the other. Ella cree que tiene el cielo, ni tiene fama, ni tiene plata, ni tiene juego para follar. Pero ella cree y me asegura, su orgullo la salvará.
Yo, it's RidgetopAI in the house. Plug in, level up. We building right now. From zero to hero, no cap. Let's go. Build with AI. Yeah, we stacking the code. Back a prompt to power. Watch the future explode. Newbies, listen up. Ridgetop on the flow. Lessons from the grind. Now you ready to grow.
All right.
AI in the zone. Ridgetop teaching, never build alone. From beginning to beast, yeah, we own the throne.
Getting set up and getting ready to go here. How is everybody? I got a Start recording, Brian. Let's go. Start recording. There we go. All right. All right, so we got several things we're doing tonight. We're gonna start with, looks like a lot of chaos, I know, but up here we have an agent going or ready to go, and then over here on this half of our third, I guess, is another agent. And then down here in this small little block, we have another agent that I had it do something for me right before we came on live. So I have no idea what this is going to look like. But we're going to look at it live and see what happens. All right. So let me go here. Just do this. Just gonna go open this file up. It's an HTML file, so we should be able to. Where did I put it? Oh yeah, here. There we go. All right. All right. This is VidFlow, and this is one of the projects we're working on. I've been working on this one for several days, and I can tell you a story about that later. But the idea here is I'll be able to drop in a live stream. Let me get some other music going. I'll be able to drop in a live stream recording or any video. It's going to be transcribed using Whisper, and then it's going to be reviewed. Oh yeah, we're using some detection to see if there's silence, where the silent spots are. I am not a video guy by any means, so I'm not going to use the right terminology here. I can get by. That's all I can do with this. But and then it's going to be clipped up by. I forgot. I'm going to be able to just be a small player, and I'll be able to cut it down myself manually, or make annotations on certain segments. Then it'll be cut down. Then an AI is going to review that, and then using FFmpeg. Hopefully put together a video. So, all right. Yeah, read the transcript. All surfaces hook worthy segments. Our AI surfaces, all AI surfaces hook worthy segments. Approve clips. AI builds the rough cut. And then one approval pass. So yeah, so we're just trying to automate. What we're trying to do here is automate videos. So that's this plan. And as you can tell, I'm reading this for the first time, just like you all are. I try to have it make this so you could have some kind of visual and understanding of. Let's get it a little bigger there of what we're doing. Of what this is supposed to do. So I don't have any clue on how this is going to turn out. So let's get that back. Let's drop this down. Let's get rid of that. All right. So what we have up here, again, this is the VidFlow agent right here that's working on that plan. And what I did last night before I went to bed is I had it review where we where we were at and give me a plan on what we have to do to finish. We reviewed that plan last night, and then I had it create task in Mandrill. And this is Mandrill. Gotta get to the, I might have to sign back in here. I'm probably gonna have to, yep. And if I go to, this is our project selector, and if I go to VidFlow and I go to task, let's see, let's go to the Kanban view. Yeah, see, these are all the tasks that we're gonna do tonight, or it's gonna do. From the plan that we have left to finish this project. So we've got our work stored in here, so I don't lose track. If we lose connection or I lose power, anything like that, I'm not lost. I haven't lost everything, so I know where we've left off, and the AI can also come in and store context in here. And this is basically, we use this all the time. This is how they communicate from one session to another. Like, this is the plan that is stored in the task. So all I have to do when I start a new session is I point them to Mandrill. I tell them what project to go to, and then I'll say the command is context get recent. And what that does, they'll come in and get the last 5 context that's stored. So that is where we are at. It stored the plan. I am losing my voice tonight or something. It stored the plan. It stored the task that we're doing, and we're basically ready to go. So I'm just going to tell it to go. Let's go and finish this. Gotta spell it right though. So this is going to take a little bit, hence why I have some more things ready to go. So over here, we're going to jump to a project called Journey. And what this is our, I think, 3rd attempt. And it's not about the game, really. It's really about, there we go. This is Mandrill V2, which I've been working on and building on, and trying to get the workflow right. Let's see where we at here. Yeah. And what this is this is a tool I'm trying to build for people that want to dip their toes, don't really understand AI that well, but are hearing things about it and are hearing that they can build apps and want to, build an app for themselves. This is not about getting rich or going out and, building a business off this, although you could. But that's not what this is about. This is about, trying to design a easy place for new people to go to describe what they want, a personal app, something that, they want for their family or themselves. And I'm trying to design this as a learning experience as well. It'll teach, you can look at your code a different way. So that's the kind of general overview of what Mandrill, the mission of Mandrill V2 is. I'm trying to make it a bridge is probably a better way to say it, a bridge from, new people to the tech world. Because I think we all know it's coming. So what we did, we have a plan mode, and inside the plan mode, we have an engineer and we have a designer. And you start with the engineer. This is where you would describe the project, the app in a natural language. And then it's going to ask you some questions. And it's going to be some pretty general questions about, your project, and it's trying to gather context and gather information to fill in contracts. So we have a set of contracts in the back that have to be filled in before it can move to the next phase. So you'll answer these questions, and then an actual AI Claude Code, because we're powering this with Claude Code headless. Walking a line, I know, man. I'm walking a line. But hey, I'm trying to send business their way, right? Claude Code comes in, reviews those questions that you answered, and your initial prompt and description of the project. It thinks about what it needs to fill in the rest of these contracts in the back, and then it will walk you through trying to extract those answers. Then once that's done, you'll review the plan. It saves those contracts and your plan and a handoff in the Mandrill database. As well, it gives you also a file copy. And then you go to the designer, and that's where you do basically the same thing with some extra tools to let you pick colors, typography, gives you examples. It'll show you a kind of a preview of your color schema. But it's the same thing. It has contracts it has to fill in on the back side. Once that's done, then you go to the builder and you go to contractor, and then this is where your project would be sitting, waiting for the contractor. And this is what we did last night. We ran the contractor on this project, and the project is called Journey. So now, live, I have not done this, haven't looked at it. We've had issues, and this is why I think it's the third time we've ran this through, and that I know we're going to have issues. That's the whole purpose here, is we're trying to find what we're missing and fill in the blanks, right? So it was pretty bad, though. I'm not gonna lie. The first one was pretty bad. The second one was pretty bad. So this might be the fourth one we've done. I think it is the fourth. So we're going to test this live and see what it looks like, if it'll even run. I went ahead, I did this time remember to set my API keys, so I don't have to wait and do that. That's the only thing I've done. So we're going to start with the README. And we're going to do it with Typora. And I'll know real quickly here if one fix took, because it started in the README. And I can tell you it's right. That's good news. That's good news, man. All right, let's make this bigger. Can I make this bigger? All right, you're gonna have to live with that, y'all. So if you're not familiar with a README, which I'm sure if you're watching from my X crowd, and I'm sure you know what it is, but in case you don't know what a README is, that's kind of like your table of contents, maybe. Your quick start guide, your quick reference. Yeah, quick reference might be a better analogy. But you should be able to go into a README and know a little bit about that project. And you should also know how to install the project for sure, because that should be the gospel, right? That, like, you go to the README to know how to install it and run your app. Well, one of the problems we had was our install instructions were wrong. We're using Vite, and I know when you start Vite, it's PNPM, but our instructions were just giving us NPM. So I can tell you right now, we're off to a better start than I have been. Got our project structure. So now you got, what was built there. That's blank, but we do have mono repo foundation. So the description, yeah, it's not bad. It looks way better than the first ones were just generic. It was really bad. So we're off to a good start. There we go. We'll close that out. And now we should be able to PNP install. Does it run? No, it's dev. All right, we got an error. What do we got? Same issue we had before. All right, this was, so it's trying to run on port 3001, and we're not allowing it if 3001 is taken, which I know it is. It's not allowing it to find the next one or go to 3002, or it's just hard coding 3001 and that's it. There's no way out of it. So we've tried correcting that, and that's still an issue. So we're gonna take this, and we're gonna go back over here. This is our journey agent, and we're gonna give him that error message, and we're gonna tell him this is same issue we have had each run. Let's again track of these as we run into. All right, so I just gave him the error basically and said go fix it, and that we're, this is the same issue we've had the last 3 times, and to track these as we go, because we're going to walk through this and test and see what doesn't work, and we're going to find out why it doesn't work. That's interesting there. If anybody's watching, tell me where you're from. Tell me a project you're working on. Or if you want to talk about Mythos, we can talk about Mythos. or I think there was, I've been busy at my day job, so I haven't had a lot of time, but I think there was another model I saw today that the Frontier Lab or something like that wasn't going to release it because they said it was too dangerous. And I think it was like $100 per million tokens. All right, let's jump back over here and see what it said. Same bug, port 3001 hard coded. Let me find the server entry. It says the contractor actually fixed the .env path issue from run 3. It's giving me the line numbers. So it actually, which is a good thing because that's telling me it actually went and looked and it's not bull crapping me. Unless it's bull crapping me that. It could be that, I guess, too. After that Mythos thing I read today, I don't know if I'd believe anything these things say anymore, man. So he's saying that's progress, but the port default is still 3001. Quickest fix, change the port in your .env. No Vite config. I'm reading here. I'm trying to catch up. All right, so it was saying there was no Vite config file at all, which that has not been. That's a new one. And then there's a cores issue. It's always cores, man. So the client will make cross-origin requests directly to the server port. No proxy needed, but the client needs to know the server URL. Let me check the API client. Client uses relative API game paths, meaning it expects to hit the same origin without a Vite proxy. This will 404 on the Vite server. But let's solve one problem at a time. Port 3002 is set. And added the missing config.ts. We're gonna go ahead and ask this before I forget. I gotta be careful how I ask this. What would be the reasons for missing Vite.config.ts? I think this is, I'm not going to say I'm a pro at this, but I do think about this a lot because I've done this a lot, man. I've done this a lot at night. But you do have to think about how you prompt, right? Like you have to think about how you ask them things, because you can lead them so easily, and they'll assume. Not assume. They don't assume. I know that they give you the most common next token is what they do. They give you the most common prediction of what they think. You know, it comes down to probability. So you got to actually make, you know, you can't lead them in one direction or the other, really, is what I'm trying to say. So typically when I'm debugging or, you know, working in the code like this, I'll try to keep, I'll try to keep my prompts as short as possible. And I really try to just let them use the files and Mandrill, because they really do use Mandrill well. They can, semantically search over Mandrill as well. Find, past errors, problems. So our compliance checker caught it. Build report. Line 201 says exactly missing byte config. That's awesome. That's great news. But nothing acted on it. So we can fix that though. It's easy. So we just need to add some triggers. Yeah, we just need to add one more pass to it. Yeah, that's easy. We can fix that. All right, so let's restart this and see if we can start clean. 0 errors. Look at that, baby. All right. Now let me go turn the music off for just a minute here. I know I'm really a pro at this, right? But let's see if we have any sounds. And we got nothing. That's disappointing. That's disappointing. All right, we got nothing. Let's try a hot reload just to make sure. Nope. All right, let's close that out. Okay, server starts. Yeah, just leave it at that. There we go. That's better. Just the facts, man. Just the facts. Can y'all hear the ding when Claude's done? All right, what do we got? CSS file exists at the right path. Can you open the browser? Oh, Dev, I should have done that. Yeah, why did I not do that? I should have done that, and Claude should not have had to tell me to do that. It's disappointing, Brian. Very disappointing. Come on. Get back on screen here. And I didn't check the logs either, because look at this. Right here it is. Yeah. Start right here. So I can tell you right now, my guess, I think it's it's copy and paste. It's a little finicky, man. A little finicky. My guess is this is the database. Tables weren't migrated to the database. Is what it looks like to me. Yep. Migrations weren't run. So that's what it was. That's fixable though. That's not something coded wrong. That's just not following proper instructions. That's two that's very fixable so far. Let me get some music back on because it's a little quiet, isn't it? A little quiet. Oh, we got all kinds of issues here. Mm-hmm. Tables were created, but the data directory is relative to the server package current working directory. Let me verify the DB is where the server expects it. Combat it created it. The tables were created in the wrong DB. Let me push to the right one. I'm just thinking about how we're going to fix that. What am I doing? All right, no errors. We're going to get a loading page. No, we're not. You got 404 again. Let's hot reload just to make sure. Nope. We don't have any error on the log this time. Yeah, we got some logic issues here, and looks like a race condition probably. We don't need that one. Not off to another good start at all. And I think honestly the first run Yeah, I think the first run we got actually the opening scene, so which means I'm not. I'm playing whack-a-mole. That's what it means. But I'll keep whacking. All right, let's stop this. All right, I'm back. I'm back in the game now. But I'm gonna guess this is some kind of race condition. Infinite loop. Yep. Found it. Oh yeah. Every time it says but wait or wait, the game is you got to take a shot. And if we did that for real, we'd be drunk pretty quick. All right, what was it? State chapter filter, which creates a new array on every call. Sustain uses object.is for equality by default, so a new array, previous array, causing an infinite re-render loop. All right. I think I stopped the server, so let's start it again. We should be able to go here. Refresh. Hey. Say.
Yes, yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Okay, so we got a splash screen, and here we can, whoops, can we go back? Yep. I can tell you right now, swipe or use arrow keys, click to begin. I thought we specified to be arrows on the side, but I think it misread it, and that's on me, because it does say down here, arrow keys. So we can use arrow keys to go horror. And it is changing colors based on the scene. We did specify that. Fantasy. It's not bad, man. I mean, Western. Feels Western, right? Yippee-ki-yay. Sci-fi. Yeah. So, all right, let's do this. So here's where you create your character name, because you're going to be a part of the story. So we're going to say Big Country. And down here, you can give a story description of, set a scene, backstory on your character, or you can leave it blank. But we're going to say Big Country is a space cowboy. And he rides in his ship named Gunter. And let's say that his ship was salvaged from space junkyards. And then we're going to say BC is just trying to survive a post-space war. All right. Now I'm going to save this because I am not confident. I should be, but I'm not. That this is going to work the first time. So here we go. So what's happening now is all of that Grok API error, client specified an invalid argument in cloud and an incorrect API key provided. No. All right. I thought I took care of this beforehand. You got to give me just a second. I'm going to go off screen. Let's get that off screen because that looks bad. And I've got to go check my keys and I cannot put that on screen. So y'all going to have to give me just a few. Anybody watching live, tell me where you're from. Or tell me a project you're working on. Tell me your thoughts on Mythos. All right, that key's set. Wait a minute. I think I'm missing. Yeah, I think I see the problem. I think I see the problem. All right. Do not sing, Brian. Do not sing. Where did I put it? There it is. Yep. I know exactly what it is. Give me just a minute here. We will be back in the game. That's back up. All right. Save it. And who's that? I could certainly end up with a lot of windows open in a hurry. So I'm trying to clean up here as I go. Okay, now what we got to do is we got to stop this, restart the server, let it pick the new keys up. We go back over here, and like I said, that's, oh, I didn't save it. All right, we can do it again. Big entry. You see the good, the bad, the ugly, man. All right, big country, space cowboy, and he we are going to really save this time. We're going to do this. I'm going to go here. All right. And now we got to put big country in. Now let's see what happens. All right, now, as I was going to explain, what's happening is that information is sent to Grok for one fast reasoning. It's a cheap model and it's pretty good. I'm not expecting this story to be fabulous, but hey, it's working. And so what it's doing here is it has to generate a full story, 7-chapter story, a story arc. It's going to generate 1 chapter at a time. So it's, in this case, we're getting chapter 1 back. It also has to generate a prompt, a image generating prompt that we send to Nano Banana Gemini, and that prompt is about, you know, a major scene from the first chapter. So we get this image back, and after you read this chapter, you're also presented with a direction in a story, an action you have to take, and it's going to give you options, 3 options. After you pick that, which will influence the story, then you make another call back to Gemini or Grok, and it does the same thing, right? Generates a story chapter, generates an image prompt, generates the question, and sends it all back. And it's 7 chapters. So that's kind of the overview. So the story. And there's a problem already because we cannot scroll. Can we? Can we use arrow keys? No. All right. I picked a question that we're just gonna see what happens here because this is not gonna work. All right, so what we got is number 1, the chapter story. We can't scroll down. I clicked on a button, obviously, so that button was a choice. I'm hoping that's what it was. I couldn't see it. It took us to show us the image, and it was 5 seconds, and that worked. And then it shatters into puzzle pieces. That worked. And then what's supposed to happen is you have presented with a canvas, a board, and on the right side you're going to have a tray with pieces in it. And you're supposed to have a filter button for edge pieces. And none of that worked. None of the puzzle part worked. So what we're going to do here right now, I'll see if we got anything showing here. Right here, failed to load resource. Session 1. So this is something we need to. I didn't do it. Copy that. Let's take that back. It's not much. Let's go to look at our server. Nothing there. Okay, let's go back and look. See what this right here is. Yeah, that's another race condition. It's a race condition. So let's grab all of this. Grab all that. I probably could have just hit copy console, but always thinking tokens, man. Always thinking tokens. Colorian, what's up, man? Says, hey there, what are you making? Saw you were using Claude Code. Love using it too. Yeah, I'm pretty much exclusively Claude Code. I do use AMP Code some, but yeah, I'm a big Claude fan. Thanks for the comment. I appreciate that. What are you working on? Anything? All right, let's see here. What do we got? Still looping, just like I said, race condition, but now it's in the puzzle board. Same as before. Yeah, this is systematic. Every selector that returns filter map will cause this. Let me find all of them. So we got to make sure that we log this one for sure. I'm actually going to make it stop and think about it and relist all the issues we've had so far. So I can, and I'm doing that for a reason, for me, as well as I'm bringing that back to the front of the context, because I want it thinking about we're tracking this, why. We want to figure out why. So you've been working, okay, cool. You've been vibe coding for a year and working on lots of stuff. Yeah, I hear that. It says, what else we got here? Yeah, I'm using sub. Yeah. Made a mistake myself and was overjoyed. Yes, yeah, I agree. I have an agent that I do use the API, and I'm constantly trying to figure out how to make it cheaper, right? Because I use Sonnet 4.6. So yeah, right back at you, man. Right back at you. Yeah, it can get expensive real quick. You don't realize, if you've not paid API prices, you don't realize the value you're getting. So it's a big deal. But I'm afraid, man, that's time's limited on this, because it's somebody's paying for it, which means it's being subsidized, and that eventually comes to an end. So I like local too. I'm gonna I start playing. Yeah, there you go. Moonshot, Kimmy. I'm not used them, to be honest with you. I mean, I'm telling you, I'm a big Claude fan. This thing, I built some cool stuff with Claude. You know, like I said, I've got an agent it's my personal assistant. I use it for my work. I use it personally. It runs on my, it's deployed on my VPS. I built Mandrill, my very first tool with Claude. I mean, so yeah, I mean, I'm a big Claude fan. All right, let's see what we got. So basically we got this race condition all throughout the code with this .filter.map. So Claude had to go in and fix all of that. Select locked count, select total pieces, and select progress. I'll return primitive numbers. Those are fine. But wait, hey, there's our first but wait. You got to take a shot. Everybody's got to take a shot. That's the rules, man. That's the rules. I didn't make them up. I did, but I didn't make them up. And this is Celsius too, by the way. All right, so he says, but wait, the genre select screen, not the puzzle screen. The puzzle board shouldn't even be mounting unless React is pre-rendering or something else is wrong. The real issue might be that init session is erroring and the error triggers error overlay, which we already fixed. But the error was stacked. And then he says, actually, so he's changing his mind here again, but regardless, the fix is still needed. Let me just fix all the... Yeah, so this is not going well again at all. So we're gonna, now this is important. The puzzle board piece shouldn't even be rendering. Why is he, Claude's confused here. Hold on a second. I seen you were talking about. It's weird. It wasn't talking about it, but you still, how do you say that, man? You know, how do you say it that like you were thinking about it? I don't know. Anyway. Okay, I seen you were talking about genre select and thinking that was related to So I'm reminding myself and I'm reminding Claude here that that first error or first issue bug we had that I managed to click through, we haven't even addressed that yet. So kind of bringing it up. All right, Colorian says, have you tried the feature dev plugin? It's pretty cool, worth a look. Helps a lot. I have not. I'll have to check that out. Featured dev plugin. No, I have not. I'll be honest with you. I'm pretty stripped down. Like there's just a couple skills. I don't know if you were in here earlier, but I use this tool that I built called Mandrill. So I kind of use it a lot. So I find that so far anyway, I haven't had to use a lot of plugins or skills and things like that. Other than the front end stuff, I can use all of those. I can take all those that I can get. All right, it's an Anthropic plugin. Okay. Yeah, I'll have to check that out for sure. All right. So I'm thinking Claude was confused here because it was referencing, where did I see that at? Says, yeah, the puzzle board in Peachtree shouldn't even be rendering on the genre select screen. We weren't on the genre select screen. We were way past that. So I don't know where that confusion is coming from. I know why. If you think hard enough, it's usually not their fault. It's usually not their fault. Yeah, it's not their fault because I just pasted those errors, didn't tell it where we were at. It still thought we were. Yeah, well, see, my fault.
Today, where to live, where to give me another day. Today,
I bet this dude just fixed it anyway, man. I bet it fixed it anyway. Because I know it did. So even when I'm an idiot, they still figure it out, man. I did not tell you where we were at. I'm really upset that I did that because I preach about context to myself, and I had a plan of, going back and reviewing, and now it's all gonna have this all jumbled in there. So anyway, how much? Yeah, we're still way early in the context, so. Yeah, so it's already recognizing, it knows it's keeping track, so I don't have to do the review. It's that smart. It really is amazing sometimes, man, because I pile mistakes in on it. It's tracking 2 and 3, 4 different things right now, and it's still going strong. So all right, Let's restart the server. Start from here. All right, so we still got this bug, so let's go fix this right now. And I'm gonna do this too, because this is always helps, and I forget myself sometimes, but I give them images, man. They love that stuff. They love that stuff. Oh man, what? I know I've done this before. Did it today earlier. All right, hold on. Do this again. I know Linux can be a little finicky sometimes, so let me make sure I get my keys right here. And then, oh, come on, you're not gonna let me do it? All right. It'll find it. Anyway, moving on. Can't scroll down to see what I believe are choices to advance. Just top. All right, let's see what he says there. All right, what do you got, coloring? Coloring. How, I don't know how to say your name, man. My workflow, I use web. Let's put it up. Let's put it up on screen. Let's put it up on screen so we can read it. It says, my workflow, I use web Claude as the architect and Claude Code as the builder. Yep. I'm with you on that. I do that sometimes. The cycle goes recon, web Claude, write a prompt for Claude code, scan the code base and report on all relevant files, build, feed that report back to web Claude. It writes a focus build prompt for Claude code to execute, verify. Yeah, man, that's solid. Web Claude writes a testing debug prompt. I have not done that one. That's a good one. Okay, yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. All right, I'll get your other one in just a minute here. Let me see what we got. Found it. It's at a container. Viewpoint, we can't scroll, so yeah. All right, now here's what I am going to do it now. I'm going to have it. Let's common patterns. All right, so I'm just having them give me a review of our issues so far. All right, I do 2 build cycles, then a verification pass, that specifically checks how the new pieces connect to each other and the existing code. Checks how the, okay. Yeah. Tell Claude to write small focus prompts, quality and quantity. Yep, I agree with that. And include an autonomy clause. Okay. If Claude sees a better implementation, it can deviate and document. Yeah, that's cool. I kind of have something like that in my Claude.mds. Claude Code writes a final report including any deviations. Yeah, you got a solid workflow, man. Yeah, you're probably more structured than I am. Now I have a wide variety of ways I do some things, but I agree with you with Web Claude. I drive for my day job. I drive a lot, so the voice to text, I can iterate and talk and think. So yeah, I've taken a lot of that and then bring it over to Claude Code. So one thing I wish though, man, I wish they had Claude Desktop for Linux, because I'm on Linux and I love it, but there's no Claude Desktop. So, you know, if they had a Claude Desktop, then it could do the work right here. They could talk back and forth, and you know. Anyway, all right, let's see where we're at. I told it to give me a review. Any patterns? Run 4. Yeah, we are on run 4. Same. We've had this numerous times. No bite. That was a new one. Yeah, DB migration. That was new. Infinite re-renders. Framework ignorance. I like that. Framework ignorance. Probably could say that about me some days. I have framework ignorance. All right, story page over. Yeah. Okay, so he's got them all. It's improved. I did not hear sound effects, but I might not have had the speaker on. All right, now we're going to continue. It's let's see if we can do that hot reload it. That work? Yes. All right. So yes, we got our chapter. We got our story, and here are our choices. And we're going to go with the middle one, scan. We didn't read the story, but so now we got our image. This is an image about the first chapter. It explodes. We got our puzzle pieces over here. It's looking good so far. Can we peek? Yep, we can peek. Turn peek off. We can filter by edges. Yes, sir. Now, this is the complicated part, and this is the part that's, if it's going to fail, it's going to fail right here. Can I grab it? Yes, but it jumped straight to the board. That's fine. I'm good with that. Now, I should be able to click and rotate. Yep. All right, let's see. Is that right here? It locked into place. Oh man, we might have something. All right, filter by edges. Let's click this one, drag it, jumps over. It's gonna go right here. Oh yeah. It's working, man. This is a moment. This is a moment.
Yes, yes. 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 Yes.
All right, so this uh-oh. It's not good, man. Not good. It locked into place, but it's locked not in place. One issue I can tell you, well, this is the easy mode, so they're in order, right? All right, so that one locked into place. We got one offset here. We're gonna see if that pattern works, continues down, or if it's just this block. All right, click that one in here. All right, we gotta speed this up, man. Gotta speed this up. Locked. This music's making me like try to go faster. Ah, same issue right here. Didn't lock. Yep, didn't lock in the proper spot. That one's good. 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 I've got to get that screenshot to him. I guess I'm gonna have to do it the old-fashioned way. This one right here. So same row. That one's fine, and that one's fine, but that one's off. So I don't know if that's a pattern or not. All right, let's get rid of that. Let's get these in here. That's good. That one's good. It even snapped into place. Snapped into place. Yeah, it's not lining up, man. We're off here for some reason. But this is a difficult. This is not easy, right? Like, it's not just a CRUD app. There's math involved here. There's taking an image and slicing it up, creating a canvas. You have to map each slice. You have to map it to a coordinates on the screen. So I knew it. I intentionally picked something like this so I could stress test it, I guess you'd say. So this whole row right here is something's off here, here. Yeah, that's off. This is probably going to be a difficult fix. It's going to be my guess. One didn't care. They just move on, but that's not going to happen, man. Oh no, I can't take a screenshot. Hey, but it worked. It worked. We're getting chapter 2. I've not made it this far yet. And since we, oh yeah, it's a puzzle. I'm sorry, man. OSBR clap. I don't know what that means, man. Clap music. All right, I don't know, dude. I'm old, man. Hey, thank you. If you're still here, thank you. Appreciate it. It was fun talking to you. Come back. All right, so we got chapter 2. Now we're going to try to get a screenshot this time. All right, we might actually have a game here coming. Just got to get this alignment thing fixed. So you can multiple click, okay. That one. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Not good, man. That is not good. Oh, okay. My bad. My bad. But what's gonna go there? Because if this pattern holds, there goes there. I think we're gonna be. Nope. That's good. Okay, I'm just missing something here. Don't finish it, Brian, before you get the screenshot. Something. That's off. What could cause this? What could cause this? Because it doesn't even match. We can peek, right? Come on, Brian. I don't even know where this piece. I am trying to figure out where this even came from. It's not even in the image, is it? Anywhere? Or am I just missing it? That's weird. That's so weird. This almost I'm not gonna lie, this one's gonna bug me because we got this image. I'm gonna take it away, okay? This is the puzzle. Let me move it over here, kind of hide it. Bring the picture back. This is the actual image that we got from Gemini. This is the image that shattered into puzzle pieces. So we're missing this piece right here. Now, it might be that it didn't get filtered correct, so let me double check before I go all crazy here. It's not an edge. That's not an edge. It's not an edge. We got drama, man. We got drama. Can you believe it? If you're tuned in, can you believe there's drama? Because where? Uh-oh. Take that off. Can I? Uh-oh. No, I can't grab it. That's an issue. All right. I really wish I could grab that piece again because I wanted to take a screenshot, because there is no place in this image that this piece represents. It's not, I thought, it has this kind of a reddish light in it, elongated like this, but it doesn't match this piece at all. I mean, it's not the same light. It doesn't even look, I mean, it's red like that. It's elongated, but it doesn't look like that. And it's saying that this is the piece, this is where it goes, but it's not the same shape. So we got a different shape that's an edge, that even when I bring the whole picture back, this puzzle piece image doesn't belong anywhere on the original image. So how? Where? Where did it come from? How did it get generated? I don't know. That's a mystery to me, man. I mean, I'm sure there was a simple explanation. I'm sure. I'm sure I'm missing something. But I can't see it because this image, golly, man, I really wish I could grab that again. Why did I put it under there? What happens if I drag another piece? I can move this one. Now can I grab it? That's a shame. Oh, I got it. Got it. All right, now I can show you. And let me put this piece where it goes. Where does this piece go? Now it's gonna go over in here. All right, let's just look at the picture. Where does it go? It's right here. There we go. All right. So now I'm gonna prove my point here. I think you got this red light. It kind of looks like that, but it's not, right? Unless, is this flattened or? See, if I rotate it, but where is this? Where's this pipe with icicles hanging down? Let me get it where, yeah. And that's the way it's saying that this needs to go, right? Look, it just locked into place. No, it didn't. All right. Because it doesn't go there, right? The shapes don't match. So This piece doesn't go there. But where does this piece go? What is this an image of is my question. Is anybody watching this? Because this is really good stuff, man. Because we got a real mystery here. Where? Let me check. Is anybody on X? Is anybody on X watching? Nobody's saying anything on X. Okay. Let me start over here. All right, we got a puzzle that we generated from this image. I don't want to drag this off and lose it again. All right, so we're putting this image, we're putting this puzzle together. We could filter by edges, and we filled in all our edges. Okay. And we had this piece left over. And I'm thinking, it got sliced and put in the wrong place, and we got math wrong somewhere or something, right? And then I'm like, well, where does this piece go? So, okay, we got a peek button. So I bring up the image and I'm looking. I'm like, is it this? Because, it's red. There's some little dots right here, but it doesn't look like that, right? It doesn't. And I'm like, is it zoomed? Is it warped? Did it get confused and cut this piece right here and duplicate it and warp it? And I'm spinning it because I can rotate these pieces, right? I'm spinning it thinking, does it look like this? I rotate it like that. Well, maybe, but if this is stretched out, why do I have these red lines here? And I don't have anything like that over here, right? So that's not that. And then plus you got this pipe with icicles hanging upside down. Okay, so that's the way it should go because there's a pipe with icicles hanging down. So it should be, maybe up here somewhere. But okay, we got this piece that matches. All right. It doesn't go over here. It doesn't go over here because it's not in the original image is what I'm saying here. It's not in the original image anywhere. So where did this come from? Because the way this works is we get a story from Grok 4.1 and an image prompt. And then we take that image prompt and send it to Gemini. And Gemini generates an image and sends it back, and this is that image. Okay, so again, this piece, it's not in here. So then we take this image from Gemini and we break it up into puzzle pieces and carve them out, right? Make shapes, make puzzle shapes, and it did a really good job of that this time, by the way, versus the last try. And we can filter by edges. Okay, so I filtered by edges, filled everything in. Let me take the image away. So we filtered by edges, put all the edges in, and I'm left with this piece. It's not in the image. Where did this piece come from? Who generated it? Maybe it's cropped. Maybe there's more to this image that I'm not seeing. That could be an answer. Maybe it belongs. I rotated it. I might be answering my own question. This is what would make most sense, right? Did I miss it? There we go. All right, so could it be that it belongs? No. No, man. But we're going to find out. Got to figure out a way to how can I highlight this so I can show it to Claude? Let's see if I put it so I can tell him it's a piece. It's not going to show. It's not going to show. All right, let's do 2 screenshots. We'll put this one in the middle. I've not done this before with Claude, so I don't know how good this is going to work. Have him or have it focus on, you know, one particular thing on an image that's, you know, very small compared to the size of the image. I think it's good at it, but just not done it before. All right, so we need to take a screenshot of this. Okay, and then let's see if I get lucky. I swear I could do this before. Yeah, it's not letting me. Oh, there we go. I was hitting the wrong button. Oh, come on, Brian. It's getting late, man. I'm about done. Okay, we gotta go take another screenshot with the image. Show where does this piece go? I should have left it the same spot. Do that. Yes. Alright, then we can go. Hit the right keys this time. We're gonna work through this one, and then I'm gonna call it a night, because I got to get things closed up, context saved, and get commits and get pushes and all this other stuff to do. So we're gonna finish it out with this and see if we can get this working. This is where they're so good, man. When they can work on patterns, they're brilliant. They really are brilliant. I see the pattern and Yeah, I'm not gonna say that. That's influencing, man. All right. Can't figure out other than if the image is cropped and that piece came from there somehow. Not case, then where? It has to be the crop thing. It has to be that. It's the only thing that would make sense. No. No, 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 no. We need to how it's all about presentation, man. It's all about presentation. So, right, here's what I need to do. I need to take a zoomed in screenshot of that. Let's give him that and say this is zoomed in. Now let me make sure, is it positioned right? Correct. All right. Now this is filtering as edge piece. By this screenshot is the last piece. I'll say this does not belong, last piece, but does not belong according to the image, and I put it here. So I put the image there. This screenshot, let's put it right there. So go grab it. So it would be this. Yeah, that's right. Here, there. Okay. Now we're going to take this one and show it with it's not going to know, so I need to put this off to the side. How can I describe? I'm going to put it right here to this side of its head. Screenshot this. We're going to drop it there. That should take them right through. I'm going to say in last image, I don't know if it sees it reads it as image 9 if I reference it that way. I do not know that. That would be cool if it did read it that way. I'm gonna try it. Hopefully it doesn't get confused. Is he gonna know the left or the right? And is it Claude's left or right? Does Claude have a left or right? I'm gonna say right because I think it understands right. All right, let's see if he gets it and understands it this time. That's about as clear as I can make it. Yeah, it's saying that's a big bug is what it's trying to say here. It's saying it doesn't want to do this. And that's cool because it's time to quit. But let me see what it says. For edge pieces, SRCX, margin SRCX goes negative. It's trying to read pixels outside the source image bounds. All right. Okay. So yeah. So it's trying to reach out beyond the image. So it is basically a cropping thing, but it's trying to go outside that cropping area. This is the same framework ignorance pattern the contractor didn't account for edge cases behavior. Well, this is a hard one. I will say it's a hard one. Well, but not fixed manually right now. It's deep in the puzzle engine. What we're gonna do, make sure they're in the right project, switch to project. man. Oh. 2. No, that's good. All right, y'all. If anybody is watching right now, I appreciate it. Give me a follow. If you can follow on YouTube, that would be great. Would love to get 1 or 2 more followers over there. Twitch. I'm on X, YouTube, Instagram, all RidgetopAi. I'm trying to build something here, and I'm just everything's rough right now. But I actually have a plan, and I'm actually trying to build a bridge, to help people, bring people into this, and not make it so scary. So you're going to see the good, the bad, the raw, the ugly with me, because I think that's what it is. It's not perfect. So anyway, I appreciate it. If anybody's still watching, I should be back on tomorrow night. And until then, this is Ridgetop out.